English phrases you can use every day, just like keep me posted. Hello guys, my name is Josh. I'm from Canada. Welcome to English Speaking 360. If you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe and you will get a new video every week. Today I will help you understand and use these 12 English expressions. They are very important because they will help you understand English speakers much more easily, and they will also help you speak much more naturally. To be honest here, I don't hear many English learners use these expressions, but you should because we use them a lot. Let's get started. It's worth a shot. Today I will start with an example and you have to try to guess what the expression means. Here's the first example. The company isn't hiring, but you can still send your resume. It's worth a shot. What do you think it means? The expression "it's worth a shot" means it's a good idea to try. Or you might succeed even if you're not sure. You should try even if you're not 100% sure to succeed. It's a good idea to try. Here's another example. I don't know if she'll say yes, but ask her out for coffee. It's worth a shot. And in the picture here, you see that he took a chance. He was not sure that she was going to say yes, but she said yes for a coffee date. And it looks like it's going very well for him. I'm just saying. Are you saying this is all my fault? I'm just saying or just saying. Here, it means I'm only giving my opinion. I'm not trying to argue or tell you what to do. I don't want to fight with you. I'm just giving you my opinion. Just saying or I'm just saying. Both are the same. One more example. Why are you telling me how to spend my money? It looks like they're having money problems. I'm just saying. I don't want to fight with you. I'm only giving you my opinion. I think you're spending too much money. Don't push your luck. I love this one. That's a great expression. You borrowed my car yesterday. Don't push your luck by asking again today. What does it mean? It means don't ask for more after you've already been lucky once. Here, you were lucky yesterday because I did lend you my car, but don't ask again today. That would be pushing your luck. You were lucky once, maybe you will not be lucky twice. One more example. You were late, but the boss didn't notice. Don't push your luck tomorrow. It means don't be late again tomorrow. You were lucky today. The boss didn't notice that you were late, but maybe tomorrow he will notice and maybe you will get fired. Don't push your luck. Next expression, I'm not buying it. You said the dog ate your homework? I'm not buying it. What does it mean? This one is simple. It means I don't believe what you're saying. You are trying to sell me a lie, and I'm not buying your lie. I'm not buying your excuse. I think it's not true. She says she has never used a smartphone. I'm not buying it. She's a young woman, and she says that she has never used a smartphone. It doesn't make sense. I don't believe what she's saying. I'm not buying it. It slipped my mind. Oh no, I didn't pay the electricity bill. It slipped my mind. You see in the picture here, she got her final notice. Last payment option. After that, they will cut off the power to her apartment. So what does it mean? It slipped my mind. It means I forgot about it. It slipped my mind. One more example. I was supposed to buy milk, but it slipped my mind. So, did I buy milk or not? I didn't buy milk because I forgot about it. It slipped my mind. You nailed it. Oh, that's a great expression here. First example. Your imitation of the teacher was perfect. You nailed it. Now, with the picture, you should be able to understand the meaning. You nailed it. You did it perfectly. It was a great success. Or sometimes we use it to say, you got the correct answer. That's also another meaning of you nailed it. The audience loved your speech. You nailed it. Your speech was perfect. You nailed it and they loved it. I'm on the fence. Shopping or hiking today? You pick. I'm on the fence. You see in the picture here, that is a fence. So if you are on the fence, you are on the line between two properties usually, my land and your land. So if you're on the fence, whose land are you on? You're not on your land, you're not on the other person's land, you're in between. So what could it mean in relation to shopping or hiking? It means I can't decide. Because both choices seem equal. They are equally good. Shopping is great, hiking is great. I don't know which one to choose. I'm on the fence. Are we having lunch at Sorrento's or Mike's? So two different restaurants, Sorrento's or Mike's. Which one do you pick? I like both places. I'm on the fence. Both restaurants are excellent. They are both equal. I can't decide which one to pick. I hate to break it to you, but this is an expression that you must master because we use it very often. Here's an example. I hate to break it to you, but the concert has been canceled. Here you probably notice the two different spellings of the word canceled. One L, American English, double L, British English. What does I hate to break it to you mean? It means I'm sorry, but I have some bad news for you. Here, we use it to introduce something upsetting to the listener. In our example, the listener probably really wanted to go to the concert, but I have bad news for you, the concert has been canceled. I hate to break it to you, but One more example. I hate to break it to you, but the tickets are sold out. You really wanted to see that new movie that just came out. You made it all the way to the movie theater and you said, all right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You go buy some tickets. And then when you come out of the bathroom, your friend says, I hate to break it to you, but the tickets are sold out. Oh no, that's very upsetting. It's very disappointing. I hate to break it to you is a more advanced way to say, sorry, but the tickets are sold out. I couldn't agree more. Exercise is the best way to stay healthy. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more means I completely agree with what you said. 100% in agreement. I couldn't agree more. I'm already at 100%, so it's impossible to agree more than 100%. This YouTube channel is amazing. Oh, I couldn't agree more. Because it's my channel. Next expression, I'm not following you. Here's your first example. Sorry, I'm not following you. Can you give me an example? I'm not following you means I don't understand what you're saying. I'm confused by your explanation. Your explanation doesn't make sense. I'm not following you. Here's one more. What do you mean exactly? I'm not following you. You're not being very clear. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm not following you. Keep me posted. Super important expression. I'm meeting the client to discuss the deal. Sounds good. Keep me posted. Look at the picture here. You see our little guy. He is pointing to his phone. Keep me posted. What could it mean? It means make sure I get any new information or keep me updated. If anything happens, let me know. Keep me posted. One more example. My mom is having surgery this morning. Oh, I hope it goes well. Keep me posted. I hope the operation goes well. I hope the surgery goes well. Let me know what happens next. Knock on wood. Knock on wood, very simple here. You see the picture, you understand to knock on wood. Here's an example. I've never broken a bone. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. What is the meaning? This is a tricky expression. It is something people say after saying something lucky. So in the example, I have never broken a bone. That is good luck. So after mentioning something that is lucky, you say knock on wood. But why? Because talking about good luck might bring bad luck. So you might jinx yourself by mentioning good luck. So we say knock on wood. And actually many people do find a wooden surface and they knock on it to keep the good luck going. Here's another one to help you understand. I've never lost my passport while traveling. Knock on wood. See here, it's a conversation. The young woman in the picture is showing her passport and she says, I've never lost my passport. She is mentioning something lucky. And then the other person says, oh, knock on wood. You should knock on wood, otherwise maybe your streak of good luck might end and you might lose your passport next time you travel. It's quiz time. Let's see if you master the 12 expressions. Here's the first question. I'm sorry I didn't call you yesterday. 3 options here. Keep me posted, it's worth a shot, or it slipped my mind. I'm sorry I didn't call you yesterday. It slipped my mind. I totally forgot. 1 point. Question 2. My boss approved my vacation. Maybe I'll ask for another week. And the friend says, I'm not following you. Don't push your luck. I'm just saying. Which one is the best answer? The best one is B. Don't push your luck. Your boss already approved your 1 week vacation and now you want to push it even more and ask for another week? It's too much. Take what you got. Maybe you will not be lucky a second time and maybe your boss will just cancel your whole vacation. Question 3. We've had beautiful weather all week. Knock on wood. I'm on the fence. I'm not buying it. Here the person is mentioning good luck, talking about how the weather has been perfect all week. So at the end you would say, knock on wood, because you want your streak of good luck to continue. Question 4. We need more trees in our city. Here are your 3 choices. Keep me posted. I'm just saying. I couldn't agree more. Just by looking at the picture, there are absolutely no trees there. So we need more trees in our city. And the other person would say, I couldn't agree more. I agree with you 100%. 1 point. Question 5. But your favorite restaurant is closed on your birthday. Oh, that's so disappointing. 3 options. I hate to break it to you. You nailed it. Knock on wood. Which one is right? Of course, it is A. I hate to break it to you, but your favorite restaurant is closed on your birthday. I'm sorry, but I have to give you some bad news. Question 6. Both apartments are nice. 3 options. I'm not following you. I'm not buying it. I'm on the fence. Here, the person wants to buy an apartment and they have the choice between 2 different apartments and both of them are very nice. They're pretty much equal. So the answer is, I'm on the fence. I don't know which one to choose. Question 7. I have a job interview tomorrow. Good luck. 3 options. I'm just saying. Keep me posted. You nailed it. I have a job interview tomorrow. Good luck. Keep me posted. Let me know how it goes. Question 8. He said he got A+ on his final exam, but his English is terrible. I'm not buying it. It's worth a shot. I'm just saying. He said he got A+ on his final exam, but his English is terrible. The best option here is, I'm not buying it. It doesn't make sense. I think he's lying. 1 point. Question 9. The hotel looks full, but call anyway. Here you see a hotel lobby with a no vacancy sign. What would you say? It's worth a shot. I'm just saying. I'm not following you. The hotel looks full, but call anyway. It's worth a shot. Maybe you will be lucky. Give it a try. You never know. Question 10. Congrats, you got 10 out of 10 on this quiz. That's probably you right now at home, watching my video on your laptop in bed and being very happy because you scored 10 out of 10. What is the best option here? Knock on wood, you nailed it, or I'm not buying it. Congrats, you got 10 out of 10 on this quiz. You nailed it. You did it perfectly. Excellent job, guys. If you want extra practice with these 12 expressions, visit EnglishSpeaking360.com. It's 100% free, and check out the other videos on the right-hand side for even more useful English expressions. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.